Can we just enjoy the lurking presence? Just lurking. Hello, everyone. It's Katie Rubin, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic energy healer, divine light channel, and Squeezel the dog lurking creepily in the background. Listen, I could not help myself but I'm going to try to make this as quick as I possibly can. First of all, I had to make a video we're going to talk right now about resentment, and we're going to talk about, I have a real big beef with the world of, this lighting is making me angry. Well, that's what you get. Okay, I have a big beef with the world of people talking about manifestation when there's so many, let's fix the hair. There's so many aspects to having a dynamic and functioning relationship with the universe or God or the divine or whatever you like to call it, that people don't talk about when they talk about manifesting. I'm going to visualize my future. I'm just going to think positive and then it's going to happen. Kind of. But let's add some little specific tweaks to that. One of the things I notice for myself and for many people I work with, and I should say, when topics start to, if I move this, is it better? No, it's the light from above. I can't make it not, it's the time of day, you guys. It's going to be weird lighting. Just get into it. Stop being so obsessed. Why are you guys so obsessed with the lighting? Oh, you're not. It's me. So when a topic shows up repeatedly, client after client, class after class, and in my own life, I'm like, cool. Got to make a video because this topic is up in the collective. Okay, so I want to talk about resentment and how it functions on a mechanical level to stop you from creating and receiving what you're looking to have in your reality. So resentment is where you go, I was talking with a friend today and we were talking about that thing where you say to the universe, like, hey, I could really use this money now, or hey, I need a boyfriend or whatever. And you do manifesty things and you pray for a long time and nothing happens. And then you get pissed at God. Side note, I'm still so high from having had hives for 2 days. I've never had hives. To all the people who ever deal with hives in the world, I now bow to you with deep reverence and awe, mercy, and compassion. Holy fuck, that was fucked up. My body, head to toe, big red welts, bad. Then I took Claritin. Don't take over-the-counter drugs because have big reactions. Then I had big reactions. And now I'm the day after and I'm no more welts. My whole body feels like somebody took like I am a punching bag and somebody just punched every corner of my being from the inside out. So I'm all like limp and weak. And you know when you're like a little limp and weak and then you get giggly and everything's funny, even when you're trying to make a video about resentment? That's where I'm at. So anyway, resentment. Boy, I learned about this way back when I was in the 12 steps of recovery. They taught me about resentment and they changed my life forever. If you hear these words, if these are the only words you ever hear me say, or ever hear any human being say for the rest of your life, I think you'll be all set. I think this is the main fucking tool item you need in your toolkit box that you carry on your waist in the construction job of your life. This is the only one you fucking need. Okay, here's the deal. It's like one of those universal tools where it opens everything. You know what I mean? Like it's a hammer, but it's a nail, but it's a wrench. Okay, so when we resent the universe or friends of ours or family members or ourselves, when we go like, I wanted things, but they didn't come, so I'm resentful. What it does is it creates like a wall, an energetic wall on and inside of your heart. When there is an energetic wall on or inside of your heart, because your heart is the organ of spirituality, and it is the organ of emotions. Emotions being the midway point between the spirit and the body. So there's the body, there's the spirit, here's emotions. If you don't process your emotions and let them emote, meaning move, they are energy in motion. If you don't process them, the spirit can't get through them to get to your body. In other words, spirit is trying to like give you all the stuff you want, but your emotions are blocked up and you don't want to I don't want to be angry at God, you say to God. I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be sad. So you go, I'm not having an emotion. And you become tight like this. And then your emotions become a wall that blocks the spirit from being able to enter your body over here in the form of money, joy, friendships, connection, businesses, whatever you're trying to receive, create with the universe. So what becomes necessary is that you always have the organ of emotion and spirit functioning like a membrane. Now, membranes are permeable. Things can come in and out of a membrane. Walls are not permeable. Walls block things. Okay. So when you have a resentment, it's like putting up a wall inside your heart and saying to the universe, no thanks, I'm not going to receive anything from you because I'm fucking pissed at you, so fuck off. But when you go to resentment instead and you mutate it or transmute it into what's really underneath a resentment, which is almost always sadness, grief, or fear, when you could get in touch with that fear that is underneath the resentment, what happens is, and sit with that fear and or that grief, sadness, it will start to move, probably through your eye holes in the form of tears. At that point, the E is motioning. The energy is moving. The energy of what was a stuck resentment and is now grief or fear is moving out of your eye hole membranes, which then turns your heart into a spirit membrane. And now God, the universe, the quantum entanglements of reality, whatever you like to call them, can function from its realm through your emotion hole, your heart, and into your body life. So, I'll give you some specifics. Maybe I'm resentful at God because I've been asking for stuff and not getting it. And I realize that when I examine it, I want to ask, this is very 12-step right here. I'm giving you 12-step 101. I'm giving you 12-step 401 because it's a 4-step. I want to go, what part of me and my ego personality is threatened by this situation that has me feeling resentful? Okay, usually the parts of self that are threatened, the self-esteem, the emotional security, your pocketbook or your money, your ambitions, either social or professional, your stability or your safety, your finances. Those are parts of self that can be threatened by the universe. I'm using an example here where we're resentful at the universe. The universe is not giving me what I want. I get resentful because those parts of self are threatened. Then what I realize is, my role in this resentment against the universe is I am holding tight onto being mad at God or the universe because it's threatening those parts of my ego that don't like being threatened. Okay? If I could breathe into that, usually there's some kind of fear or sadness that starts to emerge. Now, this is the important part where you have to breathe into it, feel it, sit with it, bring your dog to it. Whatever you do that is soft, kind, and gentle that you could do with your own heart, that gets your heart opening and releasing. When it can release its fear, if I go like, I'm afraid I'm not going to survive, God, if you don't bring me the things I need. And if I really feel into that fear will dissolve, but usually it dissolves by shaking and coming out of my eye holes in the form of tears. That's one way it could come out. Maybe you laugh. Maybe you go for a run. There's many ways that your fear can dissipate out of you. So most people stop there. They go like, oh, are you afraid? Like coaches and stuff, they'll be like, oh, you're just in your fear. And I always go like, yeah, bitch, how is you naming that I'm in my fear in a judgy, weird, spiritually superior tone helping me right now? It's not, homie, but you're halfway there, terrible coach. And here's how to get all the way there. She is fully licking my hand while I'm teaching you this thing. It's really cute. It's so cute. Give me a kiss. Okay, so you can't just say to people, spiritual coaches and teachers, please hear me. You can't say to people like, oh, you're just in your fear and expect someone to be like, right, okay, got it. I'm super better now. No, bitch. You have to support them in feeling into that fear until the fear changes. Until it changes, you just have resentment on top of a fear that you're now aware of and judging. Judging your fear doesn't make it go away. Have you noticed? So you could do the early stage spiritual thing where you pop up above your fear with your mind and you go like, I'm just like not feeling my fear. I'm very confident. I'm taking action in the world. Fear's over there. Fuck you, fear. Or you could grow up a little, drop into the center of that fear, let it quake through you and move out of you, such that you suddenly feel kind of peaceful, calm, and centered again. And you notice that you're not so mad at God, and really you were just all pent up and scared. And then magic and miracles start to happen. The phone rings and you get that thing you were asking for all along. That is how reality works. Your heart is the organ or the portal, your energetic heart, your spiritual heart, the fourth chakra, is the space through which the universe can deliver stuff. So if your heart is blocked with a resentment, please try to find what part of self is threatened and what are you afraid of or sad about under that. Be with the energy of that fear and sadness until it changes through the water from your face holes. Maybe it'll come out in form of snot. That's okay. I support you. And then when you feel peaceful on the other side of that good cry that you get or that good realization that you have, I promise you the freaking phone will start ringing or those clients will show up or that money will happen. Resentment blocks receiving. Receiving is an important part of our communication with the divine or with the universe. And it's an important part, receiving, of our manifestation process, that you can't just go like, I visualize it and there it is. Unless your heart is wide, wide open, in which case, that's why a lot of these teachers, I have to have compassion. Say, just visualize it and it comes. It's because sometimes those people are like, some kind of weird unicorn people who didn't have a lot of trauma in their childhood. Good for you, unicorn people. The rest of us went through some shit and are learning how to be people. So don't be a fucking privileged dick and not be aware at how blessed you were that people loved you right in childhood. The rest of us are healing and doing reparenting so that we can love ourselves. So we're learning how to manifest and actualize things through the universal flow. Okay, perfect people with perfect parents. Peace and blessings to you as well. I'm not going to form a resentment because I don't have time to clear that shit later. But I am going to say, like, have a little fucking compassion and mercy for what other people go through. Try that on. Now, after licking my hand, this is what happens. We get the curled up in the lap mode. I love you. That's a little wisdom teaching for you about manifestation and its relationship to resentment, motherfuckers. Pow.